So how do you do it? How do you lead from the sidelines and win? How do you unlock the next stage of growth for you and your organization? How do you overcome the disillusionment that every great leader has to face in stage 4 of your founder's evolution? The first strategy is up or out. Just as it was in stage 3, the very first thing you must do is decide whether or not you want to move forward. Because if you do, you have to step off the field. Tragically, what typically makes this stage even harder is that we try to do both. We try to run the sidelines and play coach just long enough to run back onto the field and make the play ourselves. This is the worst possible strategy. You need to decide where you're going to stand and stay there. If you've got more time on the field, then by all means, pull back on the reins a little bit, get your organization to a more manageable size and operation, and enjoy the game. However, if you don't have the energy for that anymore, or if you just realize you can actually accomplish far more without the hustle, then it's time to lead from the sidelines. The second strategy is to lead and not leave. Just because you aren't in the game doesn't mean you're not at the game. The biggest mistake I see disillusioned leaders make, even after they've left the field, is that they leave altogether. Absenteeism is not leadership. Walking away isn't delegation. To succeed in stage 4, you need to be at the game right there on the sidelines for every minute of every play. I see leaders at this stage walk away. And they leave with the keys. They leave someone else in charge of the door. They give them responsibility, but they don't give them the authority. This is maddening for your team. You need to be there. They need you there. They need you to stand in that uncomfortable place in between. They need you calling the plays, giving feedback between the plays, and giving pep talks in between. They need you strategizing, teaching, and pushing between games as well. Your job as a leader is far from over. It has only just begun. The third strategy then is to focus on your leaders. Don't leave a leadership void on the field and try to fill it from the sidelines. It's at this point that you need to promote or hire a strong captain to fill your shoes, and you need to give them the space and freedom to do their job. In other words, stay on the sidelines. But that's a lot harder when the sidelines aren't clearly marked with white stripes on green grass. In your organization, it's up to you to clearly define the sidelines. And stay on your side of the line and give them permission to call you out when you overstep your bounds. Now, for more advice on healthy ground rules, check out the 5 rules from the book Rocket Fuel. Practically, this means putting leaders in charge of each of the most important aspects of your business, whether it be sales, service, administration, creative, pastoral care, communication, whatever those 3 or 4 most important aspects are for your organization, you need to put a leader there in charge other than you. The fourth strategy is to build systems. Do you sell better than anyone on your team? Then it's time to figure out what the difference is and how you sell and find a way to systematize it so that it can be repeated again and again. Do you have more knowledge in your sphere than anyone else? Then commit yourself to teaching and training the individuals who can go further than you. The whole of this stage is building systems to reproduce what made you so effective. And then look out, because when you do this right, an explosion of growth is sure to follow. Now, the final strategy is to find a guide. Most visionary types are not inherently systems thinkers, and most doers are not quite content to sit by while they lead through others. It is for this reason that I strongly recommend that you hire a coach to help you get out of your own way, and look for consultants and others who can help ease and streamline the process for you. Finding external help can actually be counterproductive at other stages, especially earlier, but don't let that trick you into thinking that they are always unhelpful. You'll find that the transformation of stage 4 will happen 10 times faster with the right guide showing you the way than if you try to fumble your own way through the dark. If you take my advice to heart and you really work to lead through this unlikely new set of strategies that I've laid out, your time spent struggling through the disillusioned leader stage can be short and sweet. And in the next video, I'll show you how to get out of this stage and what you can expect next. And it's very exciting. I'll see you there.